Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Broggi from the Strength Co. And today I want to talk about what you should expect when you first get started lifting weights. If you find the video useful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Having coached barbells for quite some time right now, what I can tell you is that I primarily work with beginners, people that have no idea what they're doing, no idea how to get strong, and no idea how to use a barbell. Because just like Jesus said in Mark 2:17, it's not those that are healthy that require the physician, but those that are sick. But whether it's been some of the hundreds of Marines that I've trained, or people that have stepped through my gym, or at starting strength seminars, or at camps around the country, or online via our platform, I've taken a lot of people from nothing, no experience, to experienced lifters. In that first few weeks, even those first few workouts, things are gonna happen that you're not used to. So the first thing I wanna talk about is soreness. You need to understand that soreness doesn't necessarily mean that you had a great workout. It just means you did something new. So regardless if it was a Marine that I just taught how to squat, who's very active because of his job, or it was, I don't know, a lady in her 40s, regardless, they're probably gonna be pretty sore after their first day squatting. That's not because it was so heavy or because they were so out of breath, maybe because they're out of weight or whatever it is. It's just because they did a new range of motion. The way we teach the squat is in the low bar position where you shoot the hips back and lean over, and most people don't put their body through that range of motion. They're also shoving their knees out, which is lengthening their adductors, and it's going through an eccentric range of motion that they're not used to. So a lot of times when people squat for the first time, their inner thighs are really sore after day one. Now, an experienced coach is going to know that and probably adjust how many total sets you do day one based off how you're moving and your age and all of that stuff to make sure that you're not overly sore. But you are going to feel some soreness when you first get started, and that's okay. Also, it's not a badge of honor. If you train consistently and frequently, then you should find that the soreness goes away. The second thing I want you to be ready for is what I'll just call general aches and pains. And what I mean by that is stuff is gonna hurt. If you're 55 years old and you haven't been training or going to the gym, and all of a sudden you start going to the gym, you're gonna wake up stuff that you didn't know was problematic or that hasn't been used in a long time. You're gonna feel some minor back pain. You might have pain in your shoulder. Your knee's probably gonna hurt. Your hip's gonna feel funny when you start getting out of the couch. All of this is okay, and it's probably because of some neglect that you did to your body over the course of the years. It's okay, you're on the other side of that now and you're fixing it, but don't expect to go from 0 to 100 real quick without any pain. So if you're feeling some general pain, some back tightness, whatever it is, don't panic. This is a part of the process. That too, like the soreness, is probably gonna go away, but don't freak out. Get used to feeling a little bit of pain throughout training. That's just a part of the deal. The third thing that you need to be ready for and articulate to your coach is what I would call specific pain areas, meaning you go to do movements and certain things hurt, and they could hurt a lot, like your knee in the bottom of the squat, or your shoulder, or your rotator cuff. If you have specific pain that spikes as you begin to do it, you need to articulate that to your coach so that they can work around that. That could happen though, again, for the same reason you get the general pain. If you haven't used something in a long time and you start using it all of a sudden, it might let you know that it's ticked off that you decided to get off the couch. So you're over the soreness part. You understand that you have a little bit of general pain from time to time. You know that if you have specific pain that you're gonna articulate that to your coach so that you can work around it. Here's the next thing you need to understand. Barbell training is hard. It's not that fun. It's not that exciting. It's great to get stronger and to see your body adapt and to be able to do things that you haven't been able to do for years or maybe ever. But I have to tell you this right now. It's hard. You're not going to want to go to the gym sometimes. You're going to dread going sometimes. You're going to be scared of your squats. You're going to be scared of your deadlifts. You're going to argue with me when I tell you to do something, and you're going to try to convince yourself why you should do less weight. You're going to think about the general pain that you experienced earlier in the week and use it as an excuse not to deadlift. You're going to come up with every reason you can to not do this. Your family's in town. You're traveling. You have a mild head cold. You're going to try and make something up. And don't. You're better than that. And you watch this video right as you get started. You know what you signed up for. It's hard. I believe in you. Okay, rant over. So now that you understand those 4 things, my 5th and final thing is expectation management on progress. If you're very detrained and you haven't lifted or worked out in a really long time, or you are very overweight and just getting started, or you are very underweight and just getting started, I have some exciting news for you. You're gonna make a lot of progress very quickly because you've never done this thing before. And so you're gonna, every time you walk in the gym, add 5 more pounds to your squat, to your deadlift, and everything's gonna go up. The guy that's obese is probably gonna start losing weight just by lifting weights, probably, assuming he dials his diet in. The guy that's super skinny is probably gonna be putting on weight. But none of these things last forever. That's why your first 2 to 4 months is so important, that you're consistent, that you don't miss, that you work through the minor injuries that you're gonna have, and that you get strong. And this part is really, really fun actually. And you do learn a lot about your stuff. You do get scared of the squat, but you go anyway and you get stronger. But as you get stronger quickly, we have a whole video on this, stress recovery adaptation, you should watch it. The stronger you get, the harder it is to get strong. So I just want you to know that you're still gonna have to show up to the gym, you're still gonna have to be consistent, but progress is gonna taper off. And that's okay, because while we are training to look better, to feel better, and to be stronger, we're training ultimately for our longevity. So if your deadlift skyrockets to 350 in your first 4 months, and then it takes you a year to take it from 350 to 405, that's training. That's a part of it. And think of it in a different way. You kept your deadlift above 350 for that whole year. And I got news for you. You may get to the point where you hit 405 and find that it takes you 6 months to hit 425. This thing slows down when you get strong. So I hope this video helps. I hope your expectations are ready. I hope you're consistent in the gym and get stronger than you've ever been. If you have any questions, please comment below. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.